Good afternoon. George Adventure here. I'm out here in my leather shop, EDC Leather Works. So just want to talk about a little bit of leather working. You know, not a real long time, but excuse me. So I'm still planning on going full time next year. Be probably. It depends, you know. Try not to plan that far ahead. Probably February or March. I may work until March, and that way I can retire before turkey season starts, and I'll have more hunting time. But anyway, so I made a few things today, and I've been doing a lot more tooling. You know, I know everybody don't like tooling, so you know, I'm gonna do some here and there. You know, people like it. Excuse me there for a minute. So yeah, people like it, and some people don't. But I found out that I don't know, just something about it that's kind of relaxing, kind of creative. I can't even tell you the names of these tooling stamps. I have no clue, because I got a bunch of them. I had an old guy that quit working leather, and he gave me a bunch of stuff, and part of what was in that box is one of the skull stamps I use on my coffin slips. But yeah, and you can see I've got turkey tracks on there, and I bought these turkey tracks a while back on Etsy. But I've been trying to do a little tooling. Just, you know, it's fun to do. I enjoy it. Got this one. It's just a knife slip, and this whole thing right here is hand carved. I hand carved it. It's just a plant with some leaves, you know, a little tree or whatever. I enjoy doing stuff like that. I haven't dyed it yet. I haven't dyed this one yet. Still selling a lot of these coffin slips. Pretty cool to make. This is made out of 5-ounce vegetable tan leather, and it's dyed forest green. I'm about out of it. I got to get me some, but I put my edging paste, edging cream on here. Let it dry until it gets tacky, and then I'll take my burnishing tool. And the secret to burnishing is, of course, beveling your edges. Try to get your edges, and I use a little sanding machine to get my edges even. But even with that, sometimes they're not even, because when you can also use this part when you stamp the holes for the thread in there. It moves with you. But I do glue everything I make. Everything I glue. I use this glue right here, good glue, or I use this glue. And the reason I glue it is because it just adds to the strength of everything. It just adds to it. I've still got to take a little sander, hit this a little bit, and I hadn't made my mind up if I'm gonna put rivets in here. What I like about the rivets, it makes the corners stronger. I may do it, may not, but I'm gonna put a eyelet right here. So, but anyway, getting back to the burnishing, you burnish it with your wooden burnisher, or you can use a deer. If you got a deer antler, You can smooth it out. You can take some kind of tool and polish it like a Dremel. And you put some of that polishing rouge on there. Forgot to do that. And you can take that and just polish the deer head, sand it with some 1000 grit, not the deer head, but the deer horn, and it makes it real smooth. But this wood's all right. And then when I get through with the wood, I'll take a piece of, where's it at? Where's my sandpaper? I'll put it somewhere. Well, oh, here it is. This is 800 800 grit. You can use 800 or you can use 1000. Then I take it and just lightly, and I just hand sand it with this extra fine 800 grit sandpaper, and it polishes it up. Excuse me, man, I've been sick for the last 3 days. So my wife sewed this one. This is the very first piece of leather she sewed. So this is going to be a special edition. Not really, but this is Miss George and Miss Linda. She sewed this. I dyed it yesterday, and she did a good job shipping this one out. This is some of that Carolina brown leather. It's like 6 ounce. Makes a great holster. Now I've been making deer antler bones, you know, right here, or not bones, but beads. And I just saw the antlers, a little piece of antlers off, and drill a hole and sand them, and just get a, you know, nice little unique bead. So this order's going out, and I've got this slip, and this is I got a big whole side of this, and a side is a whole side of a cow or whatever animal, the whole side, front shoulder to back. And this is a rustic type leather. And when I make these, if I do stamping, it's with leather, because you can't really stamp. You can't stamp with a regular stamp, leather stamp. But so got this one I got to ship out tomorrow. Made this little notebook. I'm gonna put it on Etsy. These type notebooks are what got me started. Actually, what got me started in leather work. You know, they're handy. They're just a handy little notebook. And with these, you can put at least 2 more, maybe 3 more notebooks in here, because it's got the elastic system. So got that. Made this, and this is the H20 made by GEC, and it's just a nice little fixed blade here. And I put this lanyard on it, but I made this for these size knives, not necessarily this knife, but and this is made out of 8 ounce. It's 8 ounce leather. Just a simple sheath, but it's got a belt. It's got a belt clip on it, and you can put it on your pocket or on the inside of your pocket. You can put it on your belt. You know, it's if I can put it on here and show you. Hope y'all can see it. And there's where it rides right there. It'll ride wherever you want it. Sorry about that. So yeah, I may put this one up for sale. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it for myself or not. But these holsters, these fixed blade holsters like this, they take longer to make because you have to put a welt in them. And what the welt does, it keeps, when you slide your knife in, it just keeps you from cutting your thread. You don't cut this thread because that welt, your blade rides along the welt. And these are hard to sew, so what I normally do, I'll just mark the holes, and I'll take a little T90 drill bit and put it on the drill press and easily do it. It works out pretty good. So, I don't know, but like I said, I've been carrying this GEC H20 822 today. Got some beautiful micarta. I love this thing, man. Love this thing. Been carrying my Very Good Knife Company knife. Been carrying it. Yeah, good. Well, the rest for the week. Last week I carried it and carried it yesterday. The Mantis. I'm sorry, man. I'm kind of drugged up. Legal drugs. I've been taking some cold stuff and all. I've just really been battling this for 3 days. I didn't even go to my grandson wrestling match yesterday. You know, I felt bad, but yeah. Been carrying the Mantis by Very Good Knife Company. Fantastic knife. And this one, you know, this one's a smaller knife. And you can see, compare the size of this one to this Bearhead Trapper. I mean, you know, they're about the same size. Actually, the Bearhead Trapper's a little bit longer. But, you know, it's a fixed blade. It's a very nice fixed blade. It's got a clip point. You know, they do make it with a Warncliffe. They make one with a Warncliffe like this, and then they make one with a, or not like this, but they make these. I'm getting confused. They make these with a clip point and a Warncliffe blade. But this GEC fixed blade, they make one with a Warncliffe. They got that black micarta, black camo micarta. They got one in I think tan micarta. Then they got another mustard color handle, mustard micarta or something. So it's a great carry knife, and I saw one. If you're interested, there's one on eBay right now for 80 bucks. 80 bucks. You know, and that's what I paid for mine, 80 bucks. Now I've seen them 90, 95, but 80 bucks. So if you're interested in trying one of these, you know, I mean, honestly, this thing, man, I mean, I think you could do, I mean, you're not going to baton wood with it or heavy duty stuff, but as far as like skinning an animal, cleaning a fish, daily chores, that's all you need, man. You can even cut a steak with it. Throw your little lanyard on here, hey. But I've got some beads. Let me get my bead thing. Hold on just 1 minute. So I got some beads, and I'm gonna make a few more. I'm gonna ship some to Big J and them to give away. They're simple to make. I just saw them. Just make a little bead with them, you know, with different widths. Just a nice little deer horn bead, deer antler. And you can see where I've been trimming them off, and I'll take them over to the sander and just sand them a little bit, get the little burrs off of them, and they're good to go. Made these out of some hardwood, but they're a little bit too small, so I'm gonna get back on making some else and maybe find some little pieces of hickory that's about the same size as that deer horn, and then I can make some. You know, just, I like the handmade stuff. I like the handmade beads, you know, so, anyway, got another notebook here. This is which I got a side of that over there, but this is just You don't really dye this. You can stamp it a little bit. It don't stamp real good, but you can see that leaf. But it's a durable. It's about a 5 ounce probably. Just a nice, another little pocket notebook. It's got a bookmark in it. Comes with one. These come with one notebook. One notebook. I ship them with one notebook. So, gotta mail these. But yeah, I'm still planning on. Going into this full time. I've made pretty decent money just part time, but I'm really having to stay on top of stuff. Trying to get it. Get up. I get up at 3:45. Leave here at 10 after 4 a.m. Head to Atlanta, do my safety stuff, then come back home. And then it may be when I stop to see my daddy. It may be 4. It may be 4 o'clock when I get home, which I can come in here and work, but a lot of times here's a little part of a little knife crew, Knife Brotherhood. I got some stickers designed, so I think I'm gonna have some printed, maybe about 50 printed. I'm gonna send them to Big J. He can give them away. I let Terry, I sent Terry not Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. Let him look at the design. He liked it, so that's good with me. But I think I'm gonna have those made, and then Big J can give them out how he sees fit. So tonight is Big J in Boston, the knife talk. And if y'all hadn't got on there, man, if y'all see these videos and hadn't got on there, I know everybody's got stuff to do. Sometimes I do, and I try to do it in between and stuff like that. But piece of thread. But I try not to miss them. And I do like it that they moved it to Sunday. That makes it a little better for me. But so if you can join it, man, join it. Even if you don't want to comment, hey, just sit there and listen. There's some good conversations going on. Good bunch of guys. But I want to show y'all, this is a leather maker's hammer. And I don't hammer anything metal because I don't want this scratched. But what I do with this is I just take and just work the leather. Like if I need to put a fold, I'll just take and tap it. And when I get through sewing, I'll take this, tap around the thread just to make sure it's nice and even. Then I can take and rub it. That's why I want this edge. That's why I want this edge to be smooth. I don't want no deep nicks or anything in it from hitting a stamp. I don't do any stamping with it. This is just for leather. And the shoe cobblers always used them, but I got this. I've had this in a while. I use this for most of my stamping and stuff, punching holes and whatnot. When I get into the thicker leather, sometimes I'll use this one. But it's a tool-rich hobby. So it's you have to invest a little money, but I've done it over time, and and you do learn a lot. And Sarah's gotten started. Jo, Randy's WSG, have gotten started in it, and the thing about it is you're going to mess some leather up. It's just the way it is. And so when you do that, if you can salvage it and use it yourself, that's what you do. So anyway, that's my leather talk today. So I hope y'all have a great time, great Sunday. Tune in to Big J's. I'm right at 20 minutes. So anyway, God bless you. Tomorrow, I've got the Monday morning inspirational talk, and it's going to be on work ethic. Hope to see you then. George Adventure here, EDC Leather Works. God bless.